It's better. Now imagine if you're between the age of 25 to 44, okay? In that group, we've only had 3,346 deaths. If I do all the same math, I'm going to rush through this now. That means your risk is 0.0000, 4 zeros, and then a 6. This is tiny. We're in zero world here. What does that mean if I want to figure out your actual risk? That's 1 in 16,666. 16,000 people have got to get sick for one person in this age category. If you're between the age of 25 to 44 and you've been afraid for your life, will you please let this sink into whatever remaining brain cells you have? It's really critical. And lastly, if you're between the age of 0 and 24, you know, those impressionable kids that really feel like they're doing the right thing, but they're terrified. I've seen them. They're scared. I don't want to die. Only 226 of you have passed away in the United States of America. That means your risk is 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros before you get to a 4. I'm not making this up, folks. This is the reality. What does that translate to? 1 in 250,000. And this is who we're afraid to send to school. This is who we want to mask because, oh my God, my kid could get sick. We've got to protect the kids. Come on, people. Have we lost our minds? 1 in 16,666. 1 in 2,500. 1 in 250,000. All right. I may not be getting through to all of you. So I'm gonna, my wife sometimes says, Del, you got to know when you've won your argument. Well, by God, I'm not sure I've won it. So let's do this. What does 1 in 2,500 actually look like? Let's do this in your monitor right now. There's the 1. If you pull back from that 1 to 2,500, that is your risk right there. That is the one little person out of that entire group that has a risk, right? Well, now what if it's the next group? What if it's the 25 to 44? That's 3,346. Here's what happens. That's 16,666. You can't even see your dot anymore. It's so infinitesimal. And if you're in that age category of 0 to 24, this is a lot of fun. Let's go from 16,000 to 250,000. That looks like, I mean, I'm sure on your monitor right now you can't even tell what you're looking at. 250,000 dots for one person to be at risk of dying. Okay. I'm going to beat it home. Go ahead and get the screen capture. Here we go. The COVID mortality risk by age. If you're over the age of 65, that 80% totals out at 1 in 500 is your actual risk. If you're 45 to 65, it's 1 in 2,500. If it's 25 to 44, that's 1 in 16,666. If you're 0 to 24, you have a 1 in 250,000 chance of dying. To put this all into some perspective, your risk of dying walking down the street in your lifetime is 1 in 541. You walk down the street every day of your life, and you're not terrified to do it. So, when we talk about herd immunity, we're talking about protecting this group. And let me be clear. I get a lot of emails from you that are over the age of 65. You say, Del, why do you keep saying you want to lock us down and not everybody else? I mean, it's not fair. You're really, holding out the 65. I feel healthy. I don't want to be mandated to lock down. Well, here's my point. We're all mandated to lock down. We're all being locked down. And frankly, I'll never say to mandate you. You may say 1 in 500. I'm willing to take on that risk at my age of 80 or 70 or 65. That's not a big risk in my mind, especially since it's so close to the risk of walking down the street. But this is the biggest risk group we have, and I don't want to seem heartless in saying I want to protect you. So why don't we have you lock yourself down in your house, in your homes, if you want to, for the next several years. That means the rest of these people are going to have to do their job, right? They're going to have to take the risk, which is less than walking down the street. And think about how close we are. We are so close. This is where we are starting right now, right? All we have to do that one, 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 that one. Remember, as safe as walking down the street, folks. And there you have it. Mission accomplished. Job is done. We have done it. The exit strategy is upon us. That's what I wanted to say. It takes so few people now to reach herd immunity with everything that we know. We're right there. The only thing they're trying to do is keep us from establishing herd immunity. Why? Because Tony Fauci and everybody else, as Toby Rogers said, want to sell you a vaccine that will never, ever be here in time. We are going to have no United States of America as we know it. China, for the next 6 months, while we stay locked down waiting for a vaccine that will be totally dangerous, or at least never have been proven to be safe if it even comes along, China's producing everything we eat, everything we wear, everything we use, every computer we may or may not be able to afford, which means China just took over the world because you thought it was a better idea to wear your mask and hide from the virus when all we needed was people to take a risk less than walking down the street to get us to herd immunity the way we have every single year that the humanity has been walking on the planet Earth.